So the football world, not just the NFL world, is mourning the loss of Ray Perkins, a former head coach of the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he was also a former head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. He died today at 79 years old. Cause of death has not been released, but before I pass on to Nate, let me just read you a couple of accolades that he had. So from 1979 to 1982, he coached the New York Giants. He had a record of 23 and 34, and he had one winning season, which was a 9-7 season that reached the second round of the 1981 playoffs. He then coached the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from 1987 to 1990. He had a career record of 19 and 41. And in between those NFL head coaching jobs, he coached the Alabama Crimson Tide from 1983 to 1986. His record was 32, 15, and 1. As for a player, he was a seventh round pick by the Baltimore Colts in 1966. He played 5 seasons as a wide receiver under Coach Don Shula, Hall of Fame coach, as I must say, the only coach with an undefeated record. He won a Super Bowl in Super Bowl five, and this article was written by Chase Goodbread, original content writer. So I'll pass this along to you, Nate. First, before I pass it along to you, I just want to say rest in peace to Ray Perkins and condolences to his family. And with that being said, I'll pass it along to you.
Yeah, obviously, it's a sad thing to hear. Rest in peace to him. Let his may his soul rest in peace. Condolences to all his friends and family. And obviously, as we always do, let's just take a quick moment of silence. Thank you. Yeah, man. I mean, it's something you really hate to hear, especially in these days, in these trying times. It's just something you hate to hear. But it's life. It happens. You live and you die. It's really what it's all about. And I think most of his legacy was built off of Alabama. 'Cause every Alabama coach is really good. I mean, we can all agree on that. It's pretty hard to say otherwise. So with that said, um, you know, really not much I can say. May his soul rest in peace. Condolences to his friends and family out there, if they're even watching that. That is.
Yeah, his we I want to mention when he was coaching the New York Giants and they had that 9-7 record in 1981 playoffs. He kind of got overshadowed because 2 years after that they hired Bill Parcells, and Bill Parcells ended up winning two Super Bowls for the New York Giants, and he became a key piece to the reason why the Giants have those two Super Bowls in the 80s. Is a key piece to why they were got talented players such as like Lawrence Taylor, Phil Simms. Reason why they were becoming big elite players back in the day. And he's kind of forgotten as a head coach because that was Bill Parcells who did all that. But before that, he did take him to the second round of the playoffs in 1981 with a 9-7 team. So I think that's kind of impressive. Like nowadays, 9-7 teams, they really don't go to the second round unless it's like somewhat of an upset. So I mean, I gotta give him credit there. As for Tampa Bay, like it's probably something that when he was alive, like he probably like wasn't too fond of that he had that type of record. But I mean, it's really hard to win the NFL. And then going back to the Alabama Crimson Tide, what surprised me is they had a 32, 15, and 1 record with him. Alabama Crimson Tide has been a winning team for a very, very long time in college. Like they really have been, even before Nick Saban. And he's obviously going to he's obviously a part of that huge coaching wave that coached Alabama. And so another thing is he was also as a wide receiver for the Baltimore Colts. I mean, to play 5 seasons with the Baltimore Colts and even win a Super Bowl with Don Shula's Miami Dolphins, it shows you how much Don Shula really liked this guy when he in thinking about the fact that Don Shula did coach the Baltimore Colts and he did coach the Miami Dolphins and he was on both those teams. And so, I mean, I believe the Super Bowl 5. I believe Super Bowl 5 was the year they went undefeated. I could be wrong, but I believe that was the year the Dolphins ended up going undefeated and they had that 17-0 record. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna look it up right now. Super Bowl 5. Hang on. I'll let you know. So Super Bowl 5, it was the Baltimore Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. Wow, I didn't even know that. I thought personally, in my opinion, I thought it was the Dolphins, but I guess it was the Cowboys, Nate. I
Mm.
mean, I guess it was the Baltimore Colts. So I mean,
They won
so
that one, right?
I think so. I really do think so. That's what they're telling me. Super Bowl 5 was the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Colts. So I mean, and the champions were the Baltimore Colts. So I didn't even know Don Shula won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Colts. I thought he lost that, but I mean, I mean, maybe he wasn't on that Dolphins team and I just misunderstood it. If so, my bad. But Ray Perkins had his own legacy in the NFL. He had a small legacy with the Alabama Crimson Tide, and honestly, I can see why the football world is mourning his loss because he was a he did have a good somewhat of a good legacy to live by. And again, I'm going to end by saying rest in peace to him, condolences to his family, friends, and people who are affected by him. And you hate to see it.